You can run, but you can't hide.
As the debate continues on whether or not Buckhead should split off from Atlanta and form its own city, more people are speaking out against the idea.
When you take Buckhead away from Atlanta, I mean, you're starting a new bureaucracy, big government. I mean, more government. It just makes no sense to me, and this is just my opinion. It makes no sense. You got to start over. Police, fire, waste management, building a new city hall, you know. Instead of doing that, why not just add to what we have?
Sonia Russell-Ofshus has lived in Buckhead for 9 years. She's also running for Atlanta City Council post 2 at large. She feels splitting off from Atlanta won't solve the problems the Buckhead City Committee wants addressed. Atlanta Black Star requested an on-camera interview with the leadership of the Buckhead City Committee, the group spearheading the effort to secede. While the group declined to speak on camera, CEO Bill White did answer some of our questions. White says 60% of Buckhead residents supports forming a city. White says police, parks, and roads are being neglected by Atlanta city officials. He also cited crime as a major problem impacting Buckhead disproportionately. Atlanta Police tells Atlanta Black Star, so far this year, the Buckhead area has averaged 12 to 15,000 calls for service a month. Crime data indicates murders, rapes, robberies, aggravated assaults, larceny, and auto thefts are all up compared to last year. White believes Buckhead forming its own police department will reduce crime. But this is another key argument Russell-Ofshus takes issue with. She has many years of law enforcement experience, 10 as an Atlanta police officer and 15 as a federal agent.
Crime is going to be wherever you are. You can't just say, I'm going to do a new city and there will be no crime. Yeah, the mall is still going to be in Buckhead. Phipps will still be in Buckhead. Lennox will still be in Buckhead. There will still be crime. To me, that's not the answer.
We asked White what the impact of Buckhead leaving Atlanta's tax base will be. He disputes reports that it will be all negative. White says many incorrectly assume that because Buckhead accounts for 40% of the assessed value of the city of Atlanta's property, the formation of Buckhead City would remove 40% of Atlanta's operating revenue. It will not.
I don't know what he sees, but yes, 40% of the taxes coming into the city comes from Buckhead. I know that because I'm paying my fair share.
Atlanta Black Star requested information from the city of Atlanta on what such an impact will do to its operating budget. So far, we have not received that data.
Let's be honest, this is about race.
Buckhead is currently 77% white and 11% black. Atlanta's NAACP president Richard Rose believes the push to split Buckhead off from Atlanta has less to do with the city's services and crime and more to do with the race of Atlanta's leaders.
They don't say because you have a black mayor, but that's the bottom line. They don't like some of them don't like the black leadership.
In April of this year, House Bill 854, legislation supporting Buckhead City, was introduced by State Representative Todd Jones and State Senator Brandon Beach. Once a feasibility study is completed, and if the bill makes it through the State House and Senate and signed by the governor, Buckhead residents can cast a vote on cityhood in the next year's election.
Well, look at it. I mean, Buckhead does not have a major crime problem. There have been a few incidents, but there's no major crime problem there at all. So what's fueling this? I would totally agree. It's taxes, money, and race to break away from a majority black city.
Dr. Ronald Baylor is a historian who specializes in urban, ethnic, and immigration history. He's also the author of Race and the Shaping of the 20th Century Atlanta. Dr. Baylor says Atlanta has a history of municipalities attempting to break away, with race being a leading motivation in their decision-making.
Back in the 60s, when Sandy Springs was fighting, they said it was all about taxes and service delivery. And it's the same thing that Buckhead is saying. And I think a lot of it is for the same reason. And they basically want to break off from what they see as a city that's having a lot of troubles, and with their money going to other parts of the city that are more troubled, and they want to break away from that trouble.
While Rose and Dr. Baylor doubt Buckhead will become its own city, Russell-Ofshus is unsure. But what she is sure about, arbitrary boundaries will not solve Buckhead's ongoing issues.
You can run, but you can't hide, you know. If that's where it's happening, which Lenox Square, Phipps, this is where it's happening, people will gravitate to that location.
Reporting for Atlanta Black Star, I'm Cavante Smalls.